The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
You got caught. Totally a penalty. You got caught. What are you?
On second down, a run with Breida. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there and a nice little bit off. A pretty decent game.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Breida, they'll go up the middle. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. A run between the tackles with Breida. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, keep it up. Keep it up.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. And this drive will begin with a run from H.A. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, but the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
H.A. on 1st and 10. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Dolphins are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Baltimore defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Dolphins are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And they'll accept that penalty. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 49 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They'll throw on first down to Jackson. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Complete. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Remember, on their last drive, they had that pass play for a touchdown. And here they come out firing again. This play's not quite as good in the end result, but still good enough for a quick first down.
Tua now on first down. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Steps away to his left. Throw caught by A-Chain. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Looking to pass. Tua. And this is going to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw, no shot.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
2nd down and 8. From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
And then he stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, you don't.
Extra point, and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Rolling to his right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. And sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance.
Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
A give left side. Here's H.A. Well, this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Forced out to his left. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Tua going to throw. And he's got it. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A-Chain will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Sanders now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is this horoscope off? Is biorhythms? What is it?
You had a horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
Well, partner, the defense isn't going to adjust, and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over. They're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think when they get back in the huddle, the question will be, Why did you throw that one? The coverage was incredible all over him. The only thing he didn't do after he caught the ball as a defender was get his feet in bounds. That should have been a turnover.
On second down, Tua. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a Cardinal sin there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Jackson on first down, sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Jackson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case,
for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He dumps it off to A-Chain. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Escapes the defender. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Waste of time. Pick it up. You're embarrassing us.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Ravens 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And they'll run it here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop him.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
He will find his big tight end over the middle. A first down there, and a pick up the 25.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On second down, a run by H.A. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon H.A. with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, Jackson. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now Flowers on the jet sweep. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And now fall incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
He's got his target. That's complete. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more, being chased out left. And just not enough on the throw there. Got around his feet and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's a handoff left side to Breida. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens get a bit closer. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
35. Ravens 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon A-Chain, 79 yards. And the Dolphins get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Matt Breida. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A give up the middle to H.A. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Tua.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That is caught. They're all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Andy Isabella, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will increase their lead to 28. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Jackson on 2nd down.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Ravens 1st down.
Buying time to his left.
And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go.
So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Able to is going to have a Ravens first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down.
First down, Baltimore.
Now Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down from the 31. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Jackson. Flushed out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the
midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
H.A. now up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Steps away to his left. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. After the interception, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. He completes it to Beckham. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for 28 yards. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
Rashad Bateman, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Running left, it's A-Chain. The 20. 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain, 43 yards. And the Dolphins are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how. And now here's another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 180 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to give a whole lot of credit to the running game of the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On 3rd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A gain of 27 on the play. 1st down, Ravens.
Quick slant complete to OBJ. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 47.
Jackson now. Being chased out left. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. Jackson will throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man is Flowers. He's got it. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. To throw again is Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Out to his left. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Here's 3rd and 7. Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. One last shot for Jackson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. 29. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And you've got to